Magandang umaga, magandang tanghali o magandang gabi, anumang oras yung napanood ang video ito. Welcome sa ating channel, Matuto Dapat, sapagkat ang kaalaman ay isang mahalagang kayamanan. Kaya palaguin natin ito at pagyamanin ang kaalamang binigay ng Diyos sa atin. At sa oras po na ito ay ating pag-aralan is the person-product moment correlation, denotes by the letter R. Let's define first. The statistical method known as person correlation quantifies the direction and strength of the relationship between two quantitative variables. The correlation coefficient is a number between -1 and +1, with 0 denoting no linear link, and the numbers near +1 denoting a strong relationship. So, ito po yung ating mga palatandaan kung kailan natin gagamitin ang person correlation coefficient. Dapat, the two variables have a linear relationship. Yun po yung target natin, no? Which means that the line of best fit is nearly a straight line when the data is plotted on a scatter plot diagram. Both variables are quantitative, which means that they are quantified at the level of intervals or ratio. The information is dispersed normally. Number 4, the data has no outlier. Ibig sabihin, wala masyadong mababang value. Dapat nandun lang sa, ibig sabihin, closer lang. Hindi masyadong malaki yung range, no? The values in one example are unrelated to those in other cases, indicating that the cases are independent. So, hindi ibig sabihin, yung data sa isang value o sa isang respondents, hindi dapat kaugnay doon sa isang respondents. Ibig sabihin, bawat respondents, mayroon silang independent data. A random sample of the population is used to collect the data. This is our formula in finding the person R. And these are the ibig sabihin the descriptions ng bawat alphabet. R, the person R correlation. The capital N is the number of observations. The summation xy, the sum of the product of paired scores. Summation x, sum of the x scores. Summation x squared, sum of the squared x scores. No? Summation y, sum of y score. And the summation y squared, sum of squared y score. Ibig sabihin, dalawang group of data, we are labeling x and y. Example 1. A researcher conducted a survey about the number of hours review on the academic performance of the SHS students. The data is shown in Table 1. Is there a significant relationship between the number of hours review and the academic performance of the SHS students? Use 5% level of significance. So you have here the Table 1. The column 1 is the number of respondents. Column 2, number of hours review. And the column 3 is the general average. So ang gagawin natin, so ito yung given natin. Tapos, ang gagawin natin, i-x squared natin. Okay? Medyo maliit itong ayan. So ito, squared natin. Unahin natin sa x, the number of hours review x, general average y. Okay? So, square natin. So, una, 3 times 3, that is 9. Kasunod, 3 times 3, 9. 2 times 2, 4. 5 times 5 is 25. 7 times 7, 49. 8 times 8, 64. 4 times 4, 16. 9 times 9, 81. 8 times 8, 64. 5 times 5, 25. 2 times 2 is 4. 6 times 6, 36. 7 times 7, 49. 3 times 3 is 9. 4 times 4 is 16. So, yan. Sunod naman, ito naman. 85 times 85, ay 7,225. 91 times 91 ay 8281 o 8,281. 83 times 83, 6889. 94 times 94 ay 8836. 95 times 95 ay 9,025. 91 times 91 is 8,281. 90 times 90, 8,100. 89 times 89, 7,921. 88 times 88 ay 7,744. 87 times 87 is 7,569. 81 times 81 ay 6,561. 85 times 85 ay 7,225. 92 times 92 is 8,464. 91 times 91 ay 8,281. 89 times 89 ay 7,921. Sunod. Ito namang dalawa, pag multiply natin, x times y. Okay, so 3 times 85 ay 255. 3 times 91, 273. 2 times 83 ay 166. So, and so on and so forth. So, minumultiply po natin yan. Yan. So, 9 times 89, 801. 8 times 88, 704. 5 times 87, 435. 2 times 81, 162. Yan. So, nakamultiply po yung dalawa. Yan. 4 times 8. Yan. Pagkatapos, itotal po natin lahat ng columns. Total ng x ay 76. Total ng y ay 1,331. Total ng x squared ay 460. Total ng y squared ay 118,323. Total ng xy ay 6,802. Okay, ngayon, ito yung ating mga total per column. Okay? Tapos, i-substitute natin dito sa ating formula. Yan. So, yung numerator, yan na po yan, no? Naka-substitute na po yan. So ngayon, itong 15,006 times 15 times 6,802, ito po yung product. Okay, 102,030. 76 times 1,331, ito po yung product niya, 101,156. Itong 15 times 460, ito po yung sagot niya, 6,900. 76 square, ito po yon. Tapos 15 times 118,323, ito po yung sagot niya, 1,774,845. Yung 1,331 square, ito po, 1,771,561. Now, dapat ito, itong naunang number, no? Itong naunang number ay dapat laging mas higher dito, no? Pati ito, no, higher dapat para hindi po magkaroon ng negative value. Kasi kapag nagkaroon ng negative yung difference natin dyan, maging error po yan. So dapat walang negative value. Kaya kung nagkaroon ng negative dito, so ibig sabihin may mali doon sa computation natin, doon sa table natin. Okay. So, ang difference ng numerator ay 874. Ito naman sa numerator. Sa denominator naman, ito ay square root of 1,124. Ito yung difference nitong dalawa. Tapos, itong difference naman ito ay 3,284. Multiply natin yung dalawa na yan. So, 874 divided by the square root of 3,691,216. I-square root natin to. So, ito. So, magiging 1,921.253757. Okay? So, tapos i-divide natin. So, maging sagot natin, ang R natin ay 0.045. Yun po ang ating test value. Okay? Tandaan po natin yan. 0.045. Okay. Ito yung verbal interpretation ng correlation coefficient. Okay? From negative, yan, 0,0, tapos plus minus 0.01 hanggang plus minus negative. 1.00. Okay? Tapos ito yung mga interpretation niya sa gilid, no? Ayan, plus Kung positive po yung maging R, positive correlation. Pag negative naman, so negative correlation. So, yan lang po. Susundin lang po natin yan. Tapos, yung symbol na to, gagawin lang po nating word, no, sa ating pag-explain. So, now, compute the degree of freedom. Ang degree of freedom ng correlation ay DF na is n-2. So, ang degrees of freedom ay 13. Since 15 minus 2 ay 13. And then find the critical value CV using the table of values for person R. So, ang coefficient, critical value natin, degree of freedom 13, two-tilt test, 5% level of significance. Yan, ito po yon. Ito yung table of value natin. So, 13, hanapin po natin. Dapat, you have to check, no? I-check nyo, dapat nakita nyo dito, DF. Okay? O, ayan, mayroong degrees of freedom nakalagay dito. Kapag ang nakalagay dito ay N, so, gagamit kayo ng N. O, ibig sabihin, yung number of observation. Pero kung degrees of freedom nakalagay dito sa column na to, degrees of freedom din ang gagamitin natin. Kasi may mga critical value na ang gamit nila dito sa first column ay the number of observations. Magkaiba po ang maging ano nun. Kasi kung halimbawa, nakalagay dito ay N o the number of observations, dito ka sa 15. So, ibig sabihin, magkaiba po yung value natin, no? Ng ating critical value. So, ito ang ginagamit natin ay the degrees of freedom. So, 13 at ito po yung ayan. So, critical value ay 2. Ayan po 0.514. Yan po yung critical value natin. Ayan. So, binalikan natin ito yung ating given problem natin, example 1. Tapos, ginawa natin ng null hypothesis. The null hypothesis is, there is no significant relationship between the number of hours review and the academic performance of the SHS students. Yan. So, yung ating critical value kanina ay 0.514. Ang ating test value ay 0.45. So, less than ang test value sa critical value. So, ibig sabihin, fail to reject yung null hypothesis natin. So, ito yung result. There is, kasi fail to reject, so there is no significant relationship between the number of hours review and the academic performance of the SHS students. Meaning, there is no linear relationship. So, ibig sabihin, it doesn't mean, no, na wala talagang relationship. Hindi nga lang siguro linear. Ibig sabihin, pag sinabi natin linear, line, no, yung line, ibig sabihin, hindi natin pwede magkuha yung tamang projections kapag gumagamit po tayo ng line o yung linear, no? So, it doesn't mean, no, walang relationship. Mayroong relationship yan, kaya lang depende, hindi lang linear, no? It could be quadratic or exponential. On the other hand, there is moderately small positive correlation between the two variables. Doon po yung nakuha natin kanina sa ating table interpretation, yung verbal interpretation na sinabi ko kanina. So, okay, so ganyan po pag-interpret natin ng result nito. So it doesn't, pwede tayong gagamit ng another method which is the Spearman. No, baka mayroon makita natin doon yung relationship. Pero as the person R is concerned, so wala siyang relationship. So walang linear relationship. At makita natin na moderate lang. So talagang siguro hindi talaga masyadong maliit lang yung chance, no, pagdating sa linearity. Okay? Here is your assignment. Okay, assignment 1. Ayan. And then, this is your assignment. Alright, so your assignment 2. Ayan. Okay, so thank you very much for watching. And I hope you learn from this video. At nawa, i-share nyo rin to sa iba at maging doon sa inyong mga kaklase, no? Salamat lang po sa inyong panonood. God bless you.